Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ASL Prime League. I am Tempo, joined by Leth, and we are in the match number 2 of today's group in the round of 32. It is going to be our first player, currently teamless, but he's a pretty beast. It is the Green Terran player,
Journey.
And his opponent in the bottom right in red and also looking teamless are Zerg, believe hailing from South Korea. I give you PenguiN.
oh yeah, not to be confused, of course.
It's PenguiN, that other one. Also a Zerg, we're so happy.
Exactly, man.
/ASL.
We were talking about that earlier, where if they both had ended up advancing from their groups and met earlier or later in the tournament, how much of a confused caster duo we would be if we ever had to cast that mirror match. That is mirror match in, like, I don't know, you can't get a much better description of a mirror match there.
Yeah, PenguiN versus PenguiN in a CVC.
Yep.
And then they probably would have hit like pink and purple as well. Just
the yellow and orange, yep.
Blue and teal.
Just the troll. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I think I would if I was them. But that's the worst thing you can do to casters.
Never go full mirror though, man. Never go full mirror.
No.
That is unfortunately not the case, because PenguiN did he not make it out of his group?
He did not know.
So unfortunately he did. But this PenguiN with the U, he's saying, hey, I'm different. I'm my own individual. I'm a Zerg as well, but don't get me confused, because I'm here playing against Journey, who is making a pretty big name for himself. You know, he's I'm surprised he is teamless. I'm very, very surprised by that, you know.
Well, PenguiN is going to show us his stuff, see if he can make it against that player who, as you say, is making a big name for himself. And Journey's actually going gasless.
Oh, wow.
It was gasless for a while. It was a gasless opening, certainly. They're going for that CC into the quick Marines instead of a Reaper or anything.
Oh, yeah, you're right. CC first.
Fast factory.
Yeah, very interesting then. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead. I don't know. You don't see as much CC first, I don't think, but...
Well, maybe it's because it's a new map and he's kind of going, well, I'm going to take a little chance. He's going to see whether he can squeeze out some extra macro with this lovely in-base, and perhaps relying on PenguiN to do the same, and he did. He did do that exact thing, taking that greedy in-base, because he can get away with it. But now advancing into standard mid-game or early mid-game Zerg macro with the drone production and pulling most of his workers out of gas.
Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and get that speed. He has scouted a bit, just the front.
He hasn't started speed.
Oh my god, you know what?
Could that be for... I don't know what that's for.
I really don't know. I'm confused as you.
He
did pull out of it.
Yeah. I think he meant to start that, and I think that's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting a Baneling nest. He's not getting... Oh, there's the lair. Well, he's getting a lair at least, but he still hasn't got speed.
Triple gas. Yo, you know what? We're going to see like the fastest... almost fastest two-base muta, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless we see, of course, he drops a Roach Warren or something and does like...
Oh, he is doing.
This is very, very strange.
Yeah, this is unusual. And he did get that lair with the second 100 gas, so I think he thinks he's got speed. I really think he meant to get speed and just hasn't got it. Because if he's going for like the fastest lair, he would have got lair before speed, which is crazy greedy, of course. But right now, Journey on the other side of the map is playing much more standardly. He's getting Hellions out at a pretty normal time, getting an Armory to follow it up, and we all know what Hellions plus Armory means in the early game.
And you know what, with this lair, in the Roach Warren, I think he might go for two-base muta, but he's just making the Roach Warren to not be completely greedy and just try to get away with slowlings. So he can make a few Roaches to deal with the Hellions when they do come, and he should be able to make a lot of mutas. The only reason I think it was muta is because he got the 4 gas, as opposed to... Oh my god, never mind.
Oh, no way.
I see.
Okay. No, I liked your analysis. I thought your analysis was absolutely on point, but PenguiN has got a bit of a surprise for us. PenguiN is going to be dumping that gas straight into Roaches, getting himself a Nidus network and Roach speed, and he is going to be putting on the pressure to his opponent as fast as he can. Journey, credit where it's due, is ready for this. He has got bunkers spotting for the Overlords, and they're going to see each other, so this is going to prove a little bit... He's not going to be able to get the in-base, is PenguiN. He's going to struggle with that. And back at home, he's got Hellions just outside the front.
Yep, and he's going into Cloak Banshee as well, so unless we see PenguiN go ahead and make a lot more queens, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble, but I feel like, yeah, he's up to 4 queens. Is he making any more, though? No more. I don't see it. The Nidus Worm is going down, though. And you're right. He's not going to try to get it into the main and take the chance just to make it so that the reinforcement, almost like a little proxy pylon here.
Here it comes.
Oh, that's a beautiful song that the Nidus Worm does sing, and the roaches are going to go ahead. And you know what? We were talking about this a little bit earlier in the tournament. This mineral line is actually exposed if he brought an Overseer here, but it doesn't even look like he's going to.
Journey that is a siege tank for Journey.
Yeah.
That's a risk. That siege tank is going to siege up, and even though PenguiN has made it in, he's going to be rushing past that bunker, but you can't just outrange a siege tank like that. The queens and the roaches are now coming up as well, so this is basically PenguiN's attempt at doing as much damage as possible. This is almost all in, especially with the Hellions in his natural now, leaving it totally undefended.
Oh no, he brought the queens, but he doesn't have an Overseer here. Okay, it's coming over now, but he's trying to get a second Nidus Worm in the main. He's not going to be able to. The SCVs will save the day. But now the Queen should be able to take out this Banshee. How much damage is actually being done is a question. 26 workers have been killed, but there are Hellions in the main of PenguiN, and he is losing a lot of drones right now. Oh my god.
He's lost so many more than he's done, 36 to 18. And even with lava production, he's going to struggle so hard to bring this back up when he's down to 4 workers. And these Hellions are showing no signs of being stopped.
There's nothing there to stop them. Even a few roaches could try to, but these are rallied right over to the Nidus Worm. He is full all in, gonna try to go ahead and win the game here. He's gonna find very hard to do so with 33 SCVs, and just a lot of his firepower kind of getting diminished because he doesn't have the economy to back it up anymore.
No, he can't make any more roaches. The queens are going to try and pick off those banshees, and actually doing a pretty good job there. But even as the roaches go up, it's still just tanks killing off the roaches, and PenguiN can't make anything else.
GG. Really, really cool play.
Okay, guys. Here we are on King Sejong Station, and spawning in the bottom right, in yellow now, and apparently from Team Micro Gamers, the Zerg player, PenguiN.
And his opponent, up 1 game, he needs 1 more to go ahead and meet seed in the winner's match. It is our teamless Red Terran player, Journey.
Journey.
God damn it.
No one noticed, don't worry.
Of course not. So funny too because I caught myself on second.
ASL.
That was smooth though. That was nice. That was like really nicely done. The Journey one, I will admit, a little bit less smooth.
No, man, that was not smooth at all. I'm like, King's
gently.
Jar. You know, I can't even try to do that or anything. Nah, I got cracked there. It's all good. Saber's face palming like, god damn it, tempo. But
we've done it to him enough over this season. He's got to be used to it by now. Journey not opening in the same fashion he did last game at all. Obviously, this is a more standard map. This is a map in which you can't go for an in-base command center unless you're being a little bit, you know, hiding it. It's not just mainly your natural connected. So he's going for a Reaper, which is really standard on this map.
Yep, super safe. And of course, PenguiN going for the same thing, getting that hatchery first into the pool, and then, well, I believe it was gas and then pool. But the thing that you see on this map quite a bit, at least from Hyun, you know, he'll go ahead and get that pool first and use the 4 lings to go ahead and, oh my god, never mind. I think it is pool first, is it? No.
I don't think
I mean, no, I think it was hatch first still, but earlier pool.
I'm pretty sure it was hatch first.
Yeah.
But the pool was. It doesn't matter that much. The point is, the lings are on the way. The queens aren't on their way. The lings are finished. Sorry, I should say. Which is why they're going to be ready to receive the Reaper, chasing him away. But Journey, of course, his micro is on point, and PenguiN is going to have to be very careful not to lose any drones because that can be quite. Loses a drone. Even loses it was carrying.
That 5 minerals, man. That's
man.
To the grave.
That spells GG. I'm afraid.
Pretty much. I don't know how. How will PenguiN come back from this one? But
there's
you never want to lose a drone, not even one. You know.
It does of course suck to lose any units in the early game because that drone is 50 minerals that he won't be seeing again, plus all the theoretical mining he could have been doing. But you know, it's not the
right.
It's not the end of the world. It's just not ideal.
the moments before the end of the world. You know, not quite the actual end of it, but
Yeah. We're like 3 seconds from the asteroid hitting us.
like you see it coming at you, and it's just like, all right, this isn't as bad as it could be. 3 seconds, it'll be a lot worse, but.
Yeah, I love these patrolling Marines from Journey just on the edges of his base, keeping Overlords away. He knows that Nidus is in the repertoire of his opponents. It's very good to be that kind of ready. But that's not what's coming in this time. No, we have Lings, we have speed in production. Didn't forget it this time. And a Roach Warren to follow it up from PenguiN.
Yeah, this is a kind of interesting Roach Warren. I think the timing is usually for the Hellbats and whatnot, but this is not. I don't think this is Yeah, okay, I was going to say, yeah, Lings are running across the map, and there are 7 Roaches in production. This is not like your Roach Warren that you use just to defend against Hellions right now. This is a really aggressive one.
Yeah, and on the note of aggressive, those Lings are about to run into the natural, which is not yet walled off in any way, shape, or form.
And there's no bunker here.
No, yeah. I think he's going to suicide mostly on the Hellions, unfortunately. So losing a lot of those, and not even able to pick off that extra bunker. But those did get past the Reaper and the Hellion without being seen a moment ago, which is quite sneaky. These Hellions are going to be chasing away those Lings. He does not want to let those get away, but the Roaches are very much coming across the map, getting ready to do what Roaches do to Terrans in the early game.
That's wreck Marines, because, the medevac is out, but there's only 5 Marines, 6 Marines here, and he's going to go load up for a drop, and he's going to spot this now.
Roaches.
Welp.
He's
No bunker.
Home. No,
So, yeah,
no bunker. No nothing. SCV evacuation. He's that ready.
Yeah, and he's going to get the wall up.
Definitely.
But he might lose a few supply depots here. PenguiN has delayed his third in order to make this happen, so he needs to go ahead and do great damage here. He can't just, get some depots and go home. Didn't even really get any SCV kills there. There's only been 4 workers killed total, and that was from the Lings, pretty much.
It's not, it's not the end of the world this time, but PenguiN knows that. He knows he hasn't killed his opponent yet, but he knows he's done a pretty good thing in forcing this lift off, in picking off those depots, and in generally just, causing a few problems for his opponent. He's denying the macro whilst he macros up himself and takes his 3rd base behind this to secure his economic lead as we move into the kind of conventional area of the mid-game. I'm wondering where PenguiN intends to go after this, because he does have a lot of reinforcements coming out instead of drones, but now the droning's beginning. So I think we could see him begin to stabilize.
Indeed, and he has a gas to do whatever he wants. He's starting to mine the gas now, but really cool. Oh, don't line him up. So many drones getting roasted here. 13, 14 workers killed already, and there's nothing here.
The positioning on that queen, though, so nice.
Very nice. But the damage has been done here.
Yeah, 15 workers killed, reducing the Zerg to below the Terran, and Journey knows that. He's got a 3rd command center coming along, so he's going to be able to produce all the SCVs he wants in the very near future. Yeah.
I mean, once you get that... Well, it's kind of interesting, though, that he did not decide to go back to his natural. The Roaches are kind of just hanging out and saying, yeah, you're not going to mine from your natural, but that economic damage, that was done by Journey, man. Always finding a way to go ahead and ravage the economy of his opponent, even under pressure. Like, that happened last game as well with the Hellions. And he did it in a very creative way by using the medevac to get them over there even faster. And he was able to get them out as well, so... But you got 2 of them out of it.
Point, though. Don't know if you saw that. PenguiN turning up, and as soon as he caught sight of those Widowmines moving down the ramp, snaps straight back to it, snipes one, back. He's not making any mistakes there, and he's making sure. I love that he's pulling off that Ling as well, just to check that, check if anything bad's happening with the 3rd base. And by bad, I do of course mean Journey taking a 3rd. He doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to let his opponent get away with that.
This is a situation that you don't usually see, folks, but I'm really liking the way that PenguiN is trying to set the pace of the game. Even though we did lose a lot of those workers, he's been denying the natural mining for quite a long time. And Journey's feeling pretty up for the challenge to take his natural back. He says, I'm taking back what is mine. Medevac's healing all of these Marines, and they just it's so close right now.
The control shown there by PenguiN, the opportunistic attacks, the exact moments when he pulled off the Lings to distract the Widowmines. Such beautiful control, trading so effectively, and even though he has been driven away, I would say he's more than been successful with his attack.
Yes. I'm definitely impressed by how he did make that work, especially after losing so much, but I'm a little nervous for his next tech choice. He hasn't started his lair. Okay, so we just now started the lair. He decided to go for the +1/+1 upgrade. He got melee and carapace, so he's going to most likely be going into a standard Ling Bling Muta style, unless he decides to go like Roach Bane follow-up, but I feel like it's a little bit late.
Yeah, well,
To
it
try
does.
so.
I mean, he's going to have to react to it first because there's actually a bit of an attack coming out of Journey. Journey's massed up those Terran forces as Terrans do, and now he's getting ready to turn up and do some damage with his own attacks. But there are roaches here and ready.
Triple drop.
Oh, if those widows go off, they're going to do as much damage.
Oh!
Yes! See that?
He blows up the medevac! Wow, friendly fire working.
That was so well controlled.
Yeah, I saw that coming too. As soon as your voice got more excited, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I realized exactly what could happen.
Oh yes, that was really, really smart from PenguiN, making those medevacs take the hit of their own Widow Mines, and the roaches, obviously, they can take a bit of a hit, whereas medevacs, 2 Widow Mine shots will take out a medevac, and there's more roaches than medevacs pretty much all the time.
Yeah, very, very nice, PenguiN. Not falling to any kind of this pressure here. He's fully droned up the minerals at his third as well. If you look at it, it's 64 to 56 SCVs. And Banelings, he made 12 Banes here, and I'm wondering if they're just kind of... I'm really wondering if he's going to be going for a Roach Bane attack, or they're just mainly so he doesn't die to a push.
I mean, he's getting that Spire now, so I think it will be a transition. These are probably just for safety. He's making sure he doesn't die for now, like you say. So that's very smart. Not taking any risks. PenguiN not underestimating his opponent under any circumstances because he knows Journey is he's a killer, just like Seed.
For sure. And he's kind of got into the stage of the game. You know, it's looking kind of standard. Journey's going to go ahead and try to drop, and he realizes that there was a third command center, so PenguiN is going to go ahead and take his fourth. We did see those roaches breaking down the rocks. And what do you think about that on this map? The standard Ling Bling Meta style, where you try to pretty much hold your fourth for the whole game as a Zerg player, and I think it can get really difficult sometimes.
All the time, Sling Bay Muta on any map, especially this one. But right now, the mutas aren't out, and that's where this drop going to the main is going to potentially do some real damage as it dances up and down this cliff. Because the mutas are not there to stop it. He can just drop in, pick off 3 drones, as we saw, and get straight back out, taking only minor hits. So Journey's just going to be abusing the terrain until the mutas come out, absolutely safely. Total impunity.
Indeed. And Journey actually has a supply lead here, so a little bit worrisome. But it's only because, of course, he's waiting for that Spire to complete. And the Spire has completed. +2/+2 is on the way, so he is going to be focusing on his melee upgrades, not skipping a beat. And kind of this is the part where you have to survive. Terran is on 3 bases mining. The production is starting to really kick in here for our Terran player as well. And the threat of drops are still imminent. But when the mutas come out, it's a lot easier to deal with.
And look at Journey lining up this 2-pronged attack. He is getting so ready, but it is going to be seen by that Overlord there. So PenguiN is not going to be absolutely clueless about this, even as he does swoop in, attempting to clean up that drop. That's a ground-based army, and it's a little bit out of position. Journey is attempting to take his opponent on opposite sides of their base. So he's dropping up here. He's going to actually be able to engage mutas with Marines, and he gets one. And he's got this attack on the other side that I think is getting ready to run in and snipe at this third base. When is it going? Here it comes. But no, he's not going for it.
I never realized there were destructible rocks up that north side. I had no idea they were there. Wow.
Yeah, this is where Protoss hides their proxy oracle.
Yep.
That's where that lives now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But this is like, wow, PenguiN already about to be max. He's 80 supply, well, 80 drones rather. Really, really like this. He hasn't been pressured too much, so he goes, drops the infestation pit, and he's already teching into his hive, which will allow him to get into that 3-3 very fast. I believe he's gonna do it that way. The way that he's been keeping up with his upgrades very consistently so far. And he's not been under any pressure. It's only been the drops. There's never been that parade push that maybe spoke too soon here, Leth, because here comes the force of Journey.
Oh yeah, scanning, so he sees those banelings, picks off so much of that creep that was great, as you were saying, until the scan dealt with
Journey said, what'd you say?
Yeah. But PenguiN's got a really good army, and I love how it's split. He's going to get such a nice flank off. He's actually just spent pretty much all of his gas on banelings, so this is going to be quite entertaining to watch this fire.
Sure. Fireworks, man. So.
Yeah, but on the note of fireworks, Drilling Claws is on its way, so those Widow Mines are going to be spitting out their missiles with a greatly increased chance of actually having them go off in time. This is it. Just waiting for him to get into position.
This creep spread is very nice, though. I mean, it delays this push from Journey quite a bit. He's using all of these scans, and he's not only on 3 command centers, but he is on 3 command centers, and he's not going to be able to mule. Oh, he's going to go surrounder.
Oh!
Oh my god!
You tease me like this, PenguiN.
Like, I'm waiting for it. He doesn't want to fight off creep, and a big mistake that a lot of Zerg players do is that they do take it off creep, and that's what Journey wants. But he's gonna continue. Just keep cool. And let Journey bring the fight to him.
He's going to be pressed though because there are a few tanks mixed into this army just to get the extra splash damage out. And wow, he's building a center tower. Journey.
Wow. Okay.
You cheeky man.
That's actually a very awesome move there. But here comes PenguiN coming from all sides. Muta's at the top as well, picking off some tanks. Is it going to be enough though? Is the question.
I don't know. I think it is. He's got so many banelings. The Muta's going to rip through all of the medevacs, but they're being chased away by the Thought. And actually, when the dust settles, Journey might have got away with this.
I think so. Even picking up that Thor that was low, making sure that it doesn't get killed, and that was quite a bit. Wow.
He's not making a small amount of Zerglings right now.
No. That's quite a bit. Yeah, there are 46 Lings on the way. Ultralisk Cavern does go down. +3 Carapace has already started, but he did not do the melee upgrade just yet, or the adrenal glands, but he is making sure that he doesn't get stuck on that 2-2, which is what a lot of Zerg players find. It's a lot of Lings, though, and
so many Widowmine hits!
Wow, just these 2 Widowmines alone, man. 25 kills on one, 19 on the other one.
What are they? Oracles? This is amazing.
Yeah.
The damage done by those Widowmines kill like the majority of the remaxing force of PenguiN, and he has so few lava left after that huge Zergling remax. He used all of his lava. He had 1.
Yeah, Zerglings are really heavy on that. You know, Ultralisk, you can make 7 of them or so, and you use all of your money, but you have a bunch of larva left over. You make Lings, and you're like, okay, I spent a little bit of money, but like, where the hell did all my larva go?
Yeah, the bank of PenguiN isn't that bad though. He did spend a fair bit of his money on this remax, and he spent a lot of his gas on banelings, and keeps doing so. But it's a question of whether they're ready in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The control from Journey is just so excellent. The Widowmine is doing crazy damage as the armies roll in, and again, it's the engagement of creep. It's just not quite working out.
And he doesn't have an overseer. Every time he does these engagements, he's not able to actually clean up these Widowmines. You know, these 31 and 34. They've been hanging out there. Not able to be cleaned up, and there are no overseers on the way. There's only 1 on the map, and I don't even know where it is. Where are you? Yeah, he's with 1 army, I guess.
Yeah, it's with the army now. The Mutas losing 1 of their number as they fight that medevac as it retreats, but they do pick it off, and a couple of Marines do pick off 1 Mutalisk in return. Just not quite the perfectly cost-effective trade that PenguiN might have been hoping for, but he has got a 5th base. He is mining a fair bit of money every single minute, even more than his Terran opponent with his Terran mules.
Yeah, he's on some Nesty level drones here, up to 85 drones, and he's doing pretty well with his injects. You know, he has 6 queens on the map, but he's able to continue. Yeah, he's up to 38 lava, and he's trading relatively well, but I mean, if you look at the units, if you look at the resources lost, it doesn't look that way. It's actually almost double. But the fact is that he's staying on that 5 bases. He's gonna have to get a 6 base soon, most likely, as this does go on farther. And you know, it's the 4 base Terran right now, and you don't. It's gonna be, of course, 5 base versus 4 base, but it gets really scary when the Terran can continue to put this pressure on you.
Well, right now, PenguiN, I think, is more buying time than anything, because he has built the Ultralisk Cavern, and he has got the melee and Carapace upgrades.
And a Greater
Spire. He's actually building a Greater Spire, and he's got some Corruptors.
Indeed, so he's not maxing out on purpose, because he does need that supply to make these 5 Broodlords.
Yeah, he's going Broodlords. I
like it.
I love this guy already. Such a cool...
he's a very impressive player, for sure.
He's got Muta, Broodlord with Baneling and Ling. And actually, the melee and Carapace upgrades will help the Broodlings, so that's quite fun in its own way. But right now, PenguiN needs to save his extra base, because he needs that money desperately if he's going for such a high econ style.
Oh, here come the Broodlords!
The positioning on those forces is so good. There's nothing that can really hit them at this point.
No. Very nice. We gotta be very careful here. He even got the Pathogen Glands upgrade as well, so he's gonna mix in some Infestors. But the beautiful part about this is that the Widowmines now become an enemy to Journey himself. Look at the friendly fire on the siege tanks and the Widowmines because of those Broodlings.
He's so smart. I hadn't even realized that was what it's for. That's so clever.
So Journey has quite a bit of money here, so he's realizing the situation and he's beginning triple Viking production. But this army could be toast of Journey, but I feel like he could go and take this.
He's so clever. Every single time, the siege tanks are doing the majority of the damage.
Yeah.
And when they aren't, he has to force him into a position chasing down those Broodlords. And admittedly, a few of them did go down there, but he forces him into this position when he's chasing down the Broodlords where his Banelings can just opportunistically strike.
Yep. And like, It's just so smart right now that he's doing that, and he was able to save his base here. He's already gonna get the gas. Hasn't really lost too many drones, you know. It's not really been a lot of economic damage done. This is just like a big economic battle of who mechanics and kind of catching him off guard with Broodlords. You see the response, of course, from Journey. Yeah, I mean, I think he has enough medevacs that you know, making some Vikings wouldn't hurt him at all. But the real question here is that how many Vikings will Journey make? Because when those Ultralisks are in production, you're gonna have a bunch of these Vikings that really are useless. So he has to make sure not to overcommit to them.
I don't know how many of you've seen the HOTS trailer, but when Vikings land in front of doesn't end well, actually. They do indeed get wrecked. And there's even a chat command to demonstrate that now.
Oh, yep. Of course, if you do. ASL just did get that subscription button. Hey.
Oh, yeah. The Mutas are now flying around harassing at the back, and they're just dodging away from the Marines. But there's a counter drop in the probably 5th or 6th for PenguiN. He's going to try and pick off as many drones, but he's really not getting it. It's going to get cleaned up by these Banes. No, he's going to lift off. He gets away with that. Oh, the Mutas, though! Miscontrol on those Mutalisks. Loses a lot of them.
Oh, no. How many has he lost? He's lost 26 mutas this game. Definitely not a amount of mutas you would like to miss, but the Fungals on that drop, and he's gonna get those medevacs as well. And
he absolutely is. And get out in time at all.
Ready. This is a really sick game, man. Like
This is awesome.
I hope you guys are enjoying it. But yeah, as we go, the 4 Vikings here are proving their worth as they do shoot some of these. Fungals!
That was so good! Fungal Banelings! No way!
And the army of Journey just kill everything. I think so. Look at that. Thor in the fetal position in that medevac, and that was oh man, like Craigasm right there.
That was so good for PenguiN. Those perfect Fungals. Journey did not have a chance. He didn't split. The Banelings cleaned it up. That was beautiful Zerg play.
Really cool. And 2 Vikings are being produced here for Journey, and there are no signs of any more Broodlords being made by PenguiN. 5 Ultralisks are on the way, and the Carapace upgrade is already done, but he needs to get his melee upgrade. I don't know if he realized that he's only on 2-3 as opposed to 3-3, but he does have that Carapace upgrade, which is good. So those Ultralisks are going to be very hard to kill, but there are already Marauders being made 4 at a time. So Journey's a smart player, and he realizes that could be a very good possibility.
Yeah. He's so good.
This is I don't know who to, you can't really call it here. These
no, you absolutely can't, because I mean this could literally go anywhere at this point, and it's totally compositionally based. PenguiN's got such a cool army with a bit of Broodlord mixed in, although he's basically out of those now, remaxing on Ultralisks, I think, to deal with exactly what we talked about, the kind of more Thor style composition. Although Thor's not too bad on Ultras, but he's just got such an incredibly potent force.
Yeah, and as a is he going for it?
I'm a bit surprised.
I think
so many Banelings! So many Banelings!
And here comes even some Fungals as well. The Ultralisks are gonna not try to fight it off of creep, and that's very smart. You know, he doesn't need to take the fight off creep. He's on the bases that he wants. He's gonna secure his other base. He's gonna be on 6 base. And Journey also is gonna be the same. You know, this is just gonna be a slugfest pretty much for the rest of this game, and it's gonna be up to maybe 1 engagement. We'll see. Journey is on the creep. Infestors are creeping along.
He's building up to it. He could have got off some awesome Fungals, and that's what I think he's trying to do. He's trying to get those Fungals, preventing the Terran units from kiting, as they will do against Ultralisks, and he's trying to hit that amazing, perfect engagement. But here, this could be it. This could be it. The one Fungal.
Oh, he's gonna Fungal all the medevacs.
All the medevacs!
There's nothing he can do there. He has to.
Straight into Ultralisks!
Yep, if you drop, you get the Kaiser Blades. If you. What can you do there? Very beautiful engagement, and now look at the supply lead, 195 to the 166. And I love this here too, left. He brings up his queens, not only for the transfuses, but he relays his creep. He's used all that scan to go and clean up the creep, and then he's gonna go ahead and put it right back up and then spread it once more. So, this PenguiN character is definitely impressing me quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean the first game didn't look so hot, but this one, wow.
For sure. So Journey kind of is in a situation where he's like, what do I need to do to break him? You know, PenguiN, he has all the answers here, keeping the queens with the Ultra, and he's a patient Zerg player. He doesn't just go ahead and run up and lose all of his Ultras right there. He's very patient.
Very smart. He doesn't Doesn't waste those infestors either, manages to get them out of the way of the bio. And I think Journey needs to pre-split because he keeps getting caught off guard by these amazing money fungals coming out of PenguiN. Just everything he wants.
Yeah, well, Journey also playing it patient as well, realizing that he probably shouldn't just go ahead and try to attack, knowing that, yeah, they are both maxed, but his past kind of attempts haven't been as successful as he wanted them to.
Actually, dropped fourth base, but being cleaned up by the mutants, I think, although not that cost effectively, but not in a particularly, not in a particularly bad way. He can afford to make that trade at this point. PenguiN is looking very strong. He's now trying to bait some of the Zerg army out of position. Yep. Not quite getting away with that.
But Journey, you have to really give it up to him as well. The fact that he did lose that whole army and then was able to remax once more, and his income is actually pretty crazy right now as well. Uh-oh, a little bit of a miscontrol here, though, from PenguiN, as some of the Ultras do go to the top side, but another money fungal.
These fungals have been the MVP of the game. Every single time the infestors just run in, catch a bunch of medevacs, catch a bunch of bio, and the Ultralisks run in and clean up the mess.
And he's dropping at the same time here, Journey is, and the way that he's doing it is that he's able to shred those mutas, so the mutas never get to a critical mass count. So right now Journey is doing what I think he should be doing, and that's splitting the attention of PenguiN, and he's doing it well. His army is starting to look a lot scarier now, but it's really the infestors that are the X factor in any of these engagements when you're dealing with a mass marine or just mass bio in general.
Yeah, and by that token, it's kind of down to the splits of Journey. If Journey's micro is super on point, he can do such a good job with that. But right up to this point, we haven't seen anything too stunning in that front. Keeps getting caught off guard, and PenguiN has been exploiting that so much.
So much, yeah, and like he can't go in right now yet, of course, because you see that the Sea Stinks are holding it down. So the Sea Stinks are in a very good position so that he wouldn't be able to actually get the hits that he needs, or the surround. It's off of creep, and
really nice pickoffs. The Mutalists just sniping away as they can, but the bio is so strong in its little clumps that it can move away in small groups and still be strong enough to engage. But right now, it is PenguiN who's doing the engaging, rushing forward with those mutas, with those fungals, and I'm not sure that this was a cost-effective engagement for our Zerg player.
Not at all, and I think this is exactly what Journey needed. Takes down that 5th base, or 6th, I don't even know what number it is anymore. GG after a ridiculous game. Journey takes it in the end, and that makes him go into the win.